Let's take a look at the speculated skills of Arlecchino. Normal attack. When Arl's bond of life is greater than or equal to 30% of her maximum health, she gains a 40% pyro damage bonus. Her normal attacks, AE, charged attacks, and plunge attacks are converted to unoverridable pyro damage. Under the Shadow Praise state, Arl's normal attacks are transformed into the Feast of the Crimson Death. Hitting an enemy with this attack increases the damage dealt by an amount proportional to Arl's attack multiplied by the current percentage of her bond of life, consuming 5.5% of the current bond of life in the process. This consumption can occur once every 0.05 seconds at most. Level 10 multipliers. Feast of the Crimson Death enhancement ratio, 238%. First hit, 93.2. Second hit, 102.2. Third hit, 128.2. Fourth hit, 70.4 plus 70.4. Fifth hit, 140. Sixth hit, 167.7. Charged attack, 256.4. Plunge damage, 126.4. Low, high plunge damage, 252.7, 315.6. Elemental skill. Launches the command of Eclipsed Bloodfire, dealing pyro damage to multiple nearby enemies and dashing forward to perform a slashing attack on one of them, causing AoE pyro damage. When these attacks hit enemies, they apply Blood Debt. After the dash slash, Arlecchino's bond of life is cleared, and Ash Nourishment is performed, restoring health to Arlecchino based on 100% of the cleared bond of life. Blood Debt lasts for 30 seconds, dealing pyro damage to the enemy every 3 seconds, up to 3 times. When Arlecchino performs a charged attack, it will recover and clear blood debt from nearby enemies. For each blood debt recovered, a bond of life equal to 20% of Arlecchino's maximum health is applied. Within 20 seconds after using the elemental skill, a bond of life up to 80% can be granted in this way. Blood Debt lasts for 30 seconds, dealing pyro damage to the enemy every 3 seconds, up to 3 times. When Arlecchino performs a charged attack, it will recover and clear blood debt from nearby enemies. For each blood debt recovered, a bond of life equal to 20% of Arlecchino's maximum health is applied. Within 20 seconds after using the elemental skill, a bond of life up to 80% can be granted in this way. LV10, Spike, 26.7%. Slash, 240.4%. Blood, 38.2%. Cooldown, 15 seconds. Elemental Burst, costs 60 energy, cooldown 15 seconds. Invokes the wings of Eclipsed Bloodfire, granting Arlecchino a bond of life worth 15% of his maximum health and causing AoE pyro damage. LV10, 666.7%. Cons. 1. When the Feast of the Crimson Death from normal attacks hits, there's a 33% chance it will not consume the bond of life. Instead, it grants a bond of life worth 5% of Arl's maximum health. 2. The initial stage of blood debt applied is increased to the second stage. When Arl recovers a third stage blood debt, she summons Eclipsed Blood Calamity in front of her, dealing AoE pyro damage based on 900% of Arl's attack power, with a maximum trigger once every 10 seconds. 3. Normal attack, A, talent increases by +3 levels. 4. Her elemental burst increases the bond of life granted to 25% of Arl's maximum health and raises the stage of blood debt applied to enemies by 1. Additionally, successfully recovering blood debt reduces the cooldown of her elemental burst by 2 seconds and restores 15 energy, once every 10 seconds. 5. Elemental burst, Q, talent increases by +3 levels. 6. The damage from the dash slash in her elemental skill is increased by an amount equal to 500% of Arl's attack power multiplied by the current percentage of her bond of life. For 20 seconds after using her elemental skill, it increases Arl's normal attack and elemental bursts crit rate by 10% and crit damage by 70%, with a maximum trigger once every 15 seconds. Talent 1. When defeating an enemy affected by blood debt, Arl is directly granted a bond of life worth 70% of her maximum health. Additionally, blood debt has stages that differentiate its effect. Depending on the stage of blood debt at the time of its recovery, the amount of bond of life granted to Arl varies. Blood debt starts at the first stage and increases by 1 stage every 3 seconds, up to a maximum of 3 stages.
Upon recovering blood debt at stages 1, 2, and 3, Arl is respectively granted a bond of life worth 20%, 25%, and 70% of her maximum health. Talent 2, based on Arl's attack power, for every 100 points above 1000, she gains 1% resistance to all elements and physical damage, up to a maximum of 20%. Lifestyle talent. In both team settings and combat, Arl can only benefit from the healing provided by her own elemental skill, she cannot receive healing from any other sources. Outside of combat, she can be healed normally. What do you think? Don't forget to subscribe and share.